when you really want something and you're around someone who has it, like, what type of questions do you ask them? And I thought, like, the first question that you would ask would be like, how does it feel?
Sing as a song, a song.
How does it feel to have a job like that? How does it feel to have that type of car? How does it feel to get your degree? How do you feel? You're graduating, you know? And it's almost like when you understand where that is coming from as the one who's asking the question, it's almost like, how do I embody the identity of someone who has done that? To some degree, because everyone is different and what worked for them probably won't work for you, but each person who has accomplished something in, you know, a different category possess some of the same qualities or characteristics. So, for example, I remember whenever I was trying to get my first car, and I was around people who have their own cars. You know, I'm working at this grocery store, HEB, best place, you know, everything there is better, I've realized. But, you know, making good money, and everyone has, or most of everybody has a car. And I remember just befriending like a guy, and, you know, he had a car, and I'm like, dang, I really need to get a car because I was about to start college in like 2 months, and I'm like, how am I gonna get there? And so I'm like, how does it feel to have a car? And at the time, like, I didn't really realize, like sometimes it just feels so normal to the people who already have it. But, you know, I don't really remember what he said, but I remember just having like this understanding. It's like, okay, that's cool. And I think like subconsciously or something, like something shifted, because I ended up getting a car August 14th. I ended up getting a car maybe a week before school started. Can you believe that? And so, yeah, and I think it's good to ask questions, especially, you know, being around people who you aspire to be, and probably not just to be, but also to, like, they have a characteristic that you admire. And so I think it's cool to not be afraid to ask them, like, how does it feel to be you? Not in like a I want to be you type of sense, but like, I'm curious. And I think it also matters on like what type of spirit. I was gonna say spirit. Like what like, how are you asking, and what's behind your question? Is it curiosity? Is it envy? Is it jealousy? Is it admiration? Is it inspiration? You know, you have to understand the why, but, you know, don't be afraid to ask. And as long as it's, you know, from a good place, you know, curiosity, you know, admiration, inspiration, you know, I think you should just go ahead and do it. And I just, you know, be, you know, it's easy to say just be, but like, how do you be? And I think how to be, you have to approach the how on, you know, with your own why. How do I do this? And you have to, how do I blank? And it's like, okay, why do I want to know that? Or, you know, why does that appeal to me? Or, you know, just asking your own whys. And I think that's how you embody, or, you know, become the person that you want to be. It's just asking your whys and just being curious. It's how we advance as a society and as a species. So, I mean, yeah, being curious and asking why definitely helps you out. I guess, like, that's almost like common sense, but like, come on now. Anyways, that's about it. Bye. Just want to sit in front of the camera for a bit. Yeah, my hair is gonna be done. It's not your concern. It's not your concern whether or not my hair is done, because it's gonna get done.
Nice talking. Bye.